right? Seems like we just had Friday. So, good morning, Greg. There's Linda. Thank you guys for being here. There we go. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Thana. Yeah, I'm probably I know my head probably still looks like it's swollen, but like I said, I don't know. Anybody else have problems with allergies and that this time of year? Seems like as soon as it starts turning fall, or even thinking about fall, I start having trouble. So, all right. And as you come in, let me know you're there. Let me know how you're doing. And I hope everybody's having a great day. Yeah, Ruth's having trouble too. Hey, Lori. Thank you, Thana. Yeah, I'm better. I'm way better than I was yesterday and this morning. But like I said, I just feel like my head's like a pumpkin. Probably looks that way too. I know it. I know it does. So I didn't even put eye makeup on today because this is like no way. Not drawing attention to it. So, but anyway, I'm making this is actually a repeat of an order for a good customer of mine. Hello, Kelly. And anyway, she wanted another lantern swag to match what she already has. And then I also will be making her a wreath at a later time to match it. But we couldn't find the exact ribbon and that kind of thing. I mean, it's been what? I think it's been 2 years since she purchased it. But anyway, I have put these two ribbons together. I wish I had the other ribbon to show you, but I had this really pretty rustic burlap ribbon with the red buffalo check going down through it, and it had like a red edge on the sides, and I just couldn't find it for her. And it was a real popular ribbon. I don't know why it wouldn't have been or would have been discontinued, but anyway, we're doing the best we can with what we got, right? That's my motto. And I'm just layering a couple of ribbons on top of each other. And then I'll probably come back through and tack it with a little bit of glue. I do this sometimes because, you might find that a customer might have a ribbon that they really want you to use, but it's just not in stock anymore. So I layer these a lot like this. But anyway, I was in the process of making the bow, and then looked up and saw the clock, and I thought I better get going. But I've got 4 loops here so far, and I need to make about 2 more. Again, I'm doing this to match what she already has. And like I said, I'm just layering this right on top of each other. I'm going to put this right at here, right over my hand, because I want a tail coming up over the top too. I'm going to make it longer than I think I might need. I always do that, and then I trim it to size. And then I'm going to make these inside loops a little bit smaller than the outside. These are probably about 5-inch loops. This is probably about a 4-inch loop. And the swag I'm making is going on a pretty large lantern. It's, I think it's like 26 inches tall. Do you guys do that? Did you ever make your own ribbon by layering them like this? Makes it a little tougher if you're hand making your bows, but if you take your time, it's doable. So, hey Sam. Hey, Sam. And there's Evelyn. Good morning. I guess it's not morning anymore, is it? Good afternoon. This burlap is, well, it's really faux burlap. And it's a little bit more stiff than regular burlap, but I like it because it holds its shape really well. So I'm going to make another long tail there, and then, like I said, I'll trim it to length when we get there. So how is everybody today? Hey, Janet. Thank you for being here. Diane with allergies there too. Catwoman. Al. I tell you, I thought, usually it's later in the season. I don't know what the deal is. But I did see on my phone, I've got a weather app, and it tells you if the pollen's high or not. And I wanted to say, you don't have to tell me the pollen's high. I know. Are you guys like that? Hey, Jen, how are you? Hey, Jill. All right, so we've got our bow made. I know it doesn't look like anything right now, but it will, I promise. And like I said, if you can't see it on TikTok, here's the lantern. And again, it's about 26 inches tall. So this is going to be a large swag. So how's everybody over on YouTube? Who's here? Let me know. Hey, Janet. Catching a live on your day off. Good for you. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Okay, the inspiration actually for this design, I made the wreath first. Like I said, this is a repeat order for a customer, but this swag is a Hobby Lobby swag. I love it. It is so versatile. They have it about every Christmas. I hope they have it again this year. I haven't been to Hobby Lobby for a bit, but what I like about it is it's just so versatile. You can go fancy with it, or you can go rustic, just depending on what else you put with it. But I try to grab these up every year, and they're really a pretty good price. This was last year. It was $12, but I always wait until it's half price, so $6, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. So let me get the tag off, but that's going to be the base. And then I've got part of another one. Where did I put it? Here it is. I just took the top off of another one, and that's how we're going to make our swag. Okay, so if you can imagine, this is the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to trim off some of this excess here. And I've got to use at least my medium bolt cutters. So how's everybody doing today? Hey, Jean, how are you? Hey, Marie. I've had some trouble. I don't know about you guys, but I've had trouble getting into the Christmas mood. It's like, close to 100 degrees outside. It's hard to think Christmas time. All right, I'm just going to bring it up here now and, kind of check the size. I don't know if you guys probably can't see that there. Let me see. I'm just checking the size here. And bring my bow in. I want to make sure the goodies are still visible. If I put my bow on, it looks like that's good about right there. Usually I try to put it about a palm's width separation there, and that's usually good for my bow to fit. Again, depending on what size lantern you're fitting. So I'm going to go ahead and put some zip ties. I thought I'd pull those out. I feel like I'm even more scatterbrained today than usual. I apologize, but like I said, my head feels like it's like a watermelon right now, or cantaloupe, something like that. Oh, Nancy, you're working on a Christmas garland. Candy cane, that always sells well. Always sells well. I have a feeling I might have to come back in here and cut this a little bit shorter. This one right here, I'm going to do that before I get too far along. Anybody else working on Christmas? I'm going to have to get my bolt cutters for that. And I get asked this a lot. I just use this for my big heavy stem cutters. It's a bolt cutter. I got it at Lowe's. And they do make stem cutters that'll cut through some heavy stems. But if you're watching your budget, and I try to, I mean, I can get that for, I think I got that for like $18 or so. And those stem cutters like 100 and something. So if it does the same job, I'm gonna stick with that. I wish I could see better with you guys on TikTok. Olivia can't make a bow. Goodness sakes. We can help you out. We do bow making every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern time here. We make bows by hand. We make bows on the Easy Bow Maker. We make bows on the Pro Bow. And I use all three methods. But yeah, come tune in Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. And then I don't have any slow videos on TikTok because they, they don't do that kind of thing. But if you want to visit my YouTube channel and or my Facebook page, my Facebook business page, we've got lots of tutorials on bow making there. And I promise you that you'll be able to make a bow. Just takes practice and persistence. When I first started, I couldn't make a bow to save my life. But I'm too hard-headed to give up. So, oh, Carol, you're working on a church wreath. Those sell really well, too. You guys are all ahead of me. This is my first, with the exception of a bow, this is my first Christmas design this year. Like I said, I just had a hard time getting into it. And the customer, she of course wasn't in a hurry for it. Said she just wanted to get a jump on Christmas shopping. All right. Now, I might end up trimming some of this off just a bit. I can't remember if I did on the old design or the previous design or not, but we'll just fit it. Let me bring this over so you can see. But I don't like for lantern swags to obscure the lantern. I like to still be able to see what's in there. And I know for myself, I like to fill them with ornaments and that kind of thing for the different holidays. For fall, you can fill them with pumpkins, not those kind of goodies. But I'll come back and reposition some of this lower stuff. So, all right. So we got part of it put together. I'm going to go ahead and start fluffing this out now. Sometimes I do it before, but I knew I was going to be mangling it. And just take, each separate piece and just give it a little bit of a bend. Make it look a little bit more natural. All right, I am going to go ahead and trim this bottom part right now. And I'm going to bring it up and we're going to make it a little bit more fuller up higher. Turn that under so it doesn't scratch anything. All right, now that'll work. We'll put that right here and put it underneath here. And I do that same thing when I'm making wreaths. I'll reposition, I'll take apart a swag or a spray, and make it into what I want. Now, I've changed my mind on where I'm going to put it, though. Let's put it right there. That gives me another pine cone right up here and a little bit more fullness of the evergreen. Does anybody else make swags to match your other pieces? I like to do that, especially if you're having a craft show where you could like sit out the items together. A lot of customers like a one and done. I also sell an awful lot of lantern swags as gifts. You know, not everybody's wanting to buy some, you know, an expensive wreath to give as gifts, and this offers a kind of a medium, lower to medium price range that you can offer your customers. Had a nurse manager one time ordered lantern swags for all of her employees. And actually that swag, it used to be one of my best sellers, and I haven't made it. I didn't make any last year because I was so tired of making it. But I think I'm going to pull it out this year. Oh, thank you for follows. Thank you so much. Hey, Sue. Hey, Ethel May. How are you? All right, and if you have any questions, guys, just put it in the comments there, and I will come back and look and answer as best I can. It's hard to create and keep up with all the questions and comments. Hey, Vince. Who else is here with Janet on YouTube? Okay, so that's what we've got so far. And like I said, I just sandwiched everything together. Now what I want to do on this particular swag, like I said, this is a repeat design for a customer. And we used frayed burlap. And I know the people who regularly follow me know that I love frayed burlap. It just adds a different texture and something kind of unexpected, and especially in the fall and Christmas time, I like to use it. I put it in my bows, put it in my swags, and I'm just gonna curl this up and put a pipe cleaner around it. And I'll probably make, I think 2, maybe 3. Does anybody else use frayed burlap out there? Oh, hey, Paula. Thank you for following. I appreciate that. Oh, Gail decorates with pine cones year-round. I love them. I love pine cones. Some people don't like them. I don't know why. But, and I know if you've got grandchildren or little ones, we like to gather our own and cure them. And it's just a fun little project you can do with them. Go and pick up the pine cones and bake them in the oven. But I do want to warn you, though, if you ever, I've got a blog post on how to cure pine cones for craft projects. And I want to warn you, though, make sure you do it on a day you're not expecting company, because your house is going to smell like a Christmas tree. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think if I want to put this on before. I think I am. I'm just going to go ahead and put that right on there now. That way it'll be kind of mingled in there. Hey, Liz. Oh, Jean, you use it on a scarecrow wreath? Yes. Scarecrows need that. That and or raffia, one or the other. But yeah, I love it. Sometimes it can be hard to find. All right, I'm going to put one down on the bottom at least. I can find a place to put it. But yeah, I like to use this all year long. Like I said, it just adds something kind of unexpected and interesting, I think. And plus, it's good. You can use a lot less supplies filling in holes sometimes with it. Oh, Gail, you're in Colorado. You know, I haven't been Colorado since I was a kid. I think I was like 5 years old. Oh, Verlene, you use the rubber pine cones. I've never used those. I have some. I'm pretty sure I bought some last year. But I don't think I ever got around to using them. You guys like that? You buy stuff and just to buy it? You don't really think that way at the time, but all right. And we'll come back in here and fill in with a little bit more greenery. I've got some other pieces that I want to add, but here's what we got so far. Okay, and you know too that just holding this up like that reminded me too, another use for lantern swags is sometimes you can just add a bow, put this on a grapevine wreath, and you've got your wreath made. So think about that. All right, so now next thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and, I want to put my bow on. I'm going to put my bow on next. I'm just going to lay it down here on the table. Hope you guys can see. And I've got some longer tails. I want those toward the bottom. And I just left the pipe cleaner on that I made my bow with. I'm just going to take that and just wrap it right around the spine of the swag, so to speak. Okay, get that off. All right, and I know it doesn't look like much right now, but stick with me. We'll get there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead now and put some rustic wire on so I can attach it to my lantern. And I try to stay pretty generous with it, the rustic wire, because I know some people use them for lantern toppers. Some people use them on the end of the banisters. Some people use them outdoor, like on their garage lights or their street light post. So I try to be generous. I usually cut off about 25 to 30 inches. And if you're not familiar, rustic wire, Hobby Lobby calls this grapevine wire. It just comes like this. And well, this is not the roll you get at Hobby Lobby. This I bought wholesale, but it looks like this. It's just a heavy gauged wire, and it's wrapped with this paper-like material. And I like to use it. That's what I use for my wreath hangers. All right, let me put this up here a bit. I'm just looking to see where I'm going to put my hanger. Oh, you know what I want to do before I'd even do that, though? I'm going to go ahead and cover up some of these mechanics with some leaves. I've got a box of leaves. Don't pay attention to this. But I'm going to I've just collect leaves over the years, over time, and I use that to cover up my mechanics on items like this. Let me look and see if I got something better. Just looking for something that's close to the color of the evergreen. This will do right here. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you, Nancy. Gosh, thank you guys for the follows. I really appreciate that. Hey, Amy. Oh, really? Janet? Yeah, I use it a lot. I use frayed burlap a lot. And I always get nervous if it starts getting in short supply. All right, I took the plastic off of this. I'm gonna, actually this one's kind of a little bit big. Maybe, yeah, no, it's okay. And I'm just gonna squirt a little bit of hot glue on here, and then we'll wrap it around that spine there. Uh-oh, my glue gun's, I think my glue gun's trying to die. I went ahead and bought another one as a backup, but I'll use this one for till it doesn't work anymore at all. I'm just getting some glue now out of my glue pot. And I just wrap it right around that spine. I'll show you. If you can't see, I'll show you when I get it on there. Here's the first one. I just wrapped it right around that spine. And you can also, you know, in this particular swag, you could have used evergreen if you wanted to and stick it in there. And I got another one for the bottom of it. Trying to do this without dropping it on everything. Okay, I got one more. It wasn't quite long enough to cover this, so I'm gonna put one more. Actually, I got smaller ones than this. Do you guys collect leaves? My husband, he comes down here and he thinks everything's just junk laying around. Well, he's got another word for it, but I don't say those kinds of words. Nothing wrong with a little reading needy. Yeah. I know. And I usually buy it. I hate to go to the store. And so I always try to buy stuff in bulk. I just hate to go to the store. And of course, it never fails. I've got my cart full of alcohol at Sam's, and I pull in, you know, pull out there and run into somebody I know. All right, so this is what the back looks like. So I've got the, you know, all the mechanics are covered with this greenery here. And then I've got this rustic wire wrapped around the spine here. And then that's what they can use to attach to whatever, you know, wherever they're going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it up on here now. Okay. And I hope my glue gun's working now. It's just not wanting to feed the glue through for some reason. It did this a few weeks ago and then it got over it. That was when I bought a new one. Let me see if it's going to work now. There we go. So has anybody got their fall wreaths up yet on their house? I've been trying to wait until September, but I don't know. That might be too late. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn around this now, and we're going to make it look pretty. Like I said, I know it looks like a hot mess right now, but bear with me. It'll get there. I always think it looks like a spider at this point. I'm just working on getting the tails where I want them and that. I like to have some of it, some of the ribbon going up and over the swag, over to the back. There we go. This one. And like I said, after everything's said and done, I come back in here and I glue, I just put little dabs of glue here and there on the ribbon so it doesn't drift. I want that to stay like that on here. All right, this one pine cone I put here is not wanting to set right, so I'm just we're gonna replace him someplace else. Could probably put him in the middle of the bow, actually. And this is not wanting to lay right either. You just got to keep on working with it until you get it the way you want it. Okay, all right, so that's what we've got so far. Okay, need to trim down some of my tails here. Okay, that there. This one. Actually, I think it's this one group of berries that's not letting that lay right. So we'll just, don't be afraid to dissect and cut these things off if you need to. You can always replace them, put them someplace else. Okay, now let's trim these. And both of these ribbons I can dovetail, which I like to do if I can. I just think it looks a little bit more finished. Dovetail this side. Okay. And one more. All right, and some of these twigs, I don't know if you can see them there. Some of these twigs are way too long. I'm going to trim some of those back too. And again, I can transplant it here. Let me give them a bend first though, see what I want to do. Okay. I'm just going to thin out these twigs just a little bit. There we go. All right. So there's the top of it. I'm not quite done yet. Okay. I hope they have that on there tight enough. All right, now I'm going to go ahead back through and start adding a little bit of greenery. And I've got some of the flocked evergreen. I just went through and just grabbed some odds and ends just to kind of fill in around the bow a little bit. And as I said, I'm trying to match her other ones, so I'm trying to make it as close to the original as I can without having all the items. So okay, so what do I want to do here? You know what, that pine cone we cut off, I think I'm gonna put that right there in the center of this bow. Right there. And make sure I've got all my ribbon the way I want it first, though. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Zuli. Oh, Jeanette thinks it's too big. Well, dear, it's not going to be on here. This is actually another item for a customer who has already bought this same thing. She bought one a couple of years ago and she wants one to match it. So it's going to be the same size as what she has. But yeah, it won't be on this. But I don't know, it's a pretty big lantern. But to each his own, you know. Yeah, I'm just trying to match it to what she already has. All right, now, so there's the pine cone in the middle, and I'll put some more stuff. I'll kind of dress it up around the middle there. And I like these little guys. What is the name of these? I think they're pistol pine, I think. I love them. I've got all sizes of them. Right, and we need a little bit of green down here in the bottom. Right there, probably. Okay. Okay, so just filling in around the bow there. Oh, thank you, Zuli. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't see your name on TikTok. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more in here. I've only got 3 pieces of this particular size. And I don't like the way that looks. We'll put it. All right, I'll turn it around. I know you can't see right now, but I'll turn it around. These are probably the hardest. These in arrangements are probably the hardest to create live so that everybody can see. Probably because I'm short. All right, so I'm just filling in around that bow. And we'll get a little bit more greenery down on the bottom. And still have twigs. I've got one more set of the berries too. Okay, and I'm just gonna bring this and stick it right down in here. Make sure I've got a good path. And I'm gonna trim off a little bit more of these berries here so that I've got plenty of stem to work with. All right. So I just let that just kind of peek in from underneath. Okay. And a little bit more green. Oh, here's some more of that pistil pine. I forgot I had this, which is a little bit longer, so then I can stick some on the bottom down there. I think that's what the name of it is. Does anybody know? Oh, thank you guys so much. Hey, Donna. Thank you. Thank you guys. Oh, Carol, you want to see my skeleton? Oh, I forgot he was back there. He's not done yet, but yeah, I'll show him to you before we get done here. I've had that guy in mind for a while, but he's just been sitting there waiting for me to work with him. I love my skeletons. I just think that you can make them look so fun. I guess they're scary in a way, but you can have a lot of fun with them too. All right, trying to get there. Okay, so I just stuck that under there, so that'll help hold that bow or bow tail where I want it. But I still need a little bit more green down here. And actually, I've got this flocked evergreen. I think I'm gonna put a little piece of that down there. And this is just a scrap. That's all it is. And I like to trim some of this extra evergreen off, just so I've got a little bit more stem where I can insert that. Because otherwise you stick it in the glue and it all just kind of, Okay, so I just put that right there. It's got a little pine cone on it too. Oh, thank you, Carol. Thank you. Janice asking, do I prefer a certain kind of glue gun? And the one I have is a Sure Bonder. The selling point for this for me was that it's cordless. And like if you're working on something, you could get down in there and you don't have to worry about your cord dragging over your design and that kind of thing. But this, I use it every day a lot, and you can tell it's been abused. And I've probably bought it 3 or 4 years ago, and it's just now starting to get temperamental. So, and like I said, I don't take care of it. I do have I went ahead and bought the exact same one. I got that from Hobby Lobby. They have them on Amazon too if you don't have a Hobby Lobby. I don't know if Joann's or someplace like that has them or not. All right, I feel like I need a little bit more green around my bow here. I'm gonna look straight on it here. I don't like this one bow loop, the way it hangs. I've been kind of thinking about doing away with it. I think I am. I don't like the way this bow loop looks. I'm gonna go ahead and trim this off. I can, if I want to, I can trim it all the way off, or I can use it as a tail. It might even lay better than my tail I've got right now because it wants to lay that way. The other one, I'm making it lay that way. Yeah, I like that better. Like that better. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this off, and then we'll dovetail that. Okay, whoops. Okay, so in that spot where I cut that tail off, or that bow loop off, I need to bring in a little bit more greenery to fill in now. Just and again, I've got to trim some of this extra off. The thing about these are, you know, these lantern swags, you can make them however detailed or however simple you like. One of my biggest seller, all it is a couple of evergreen picks and a bow, and that's it. Well, there's some berries in it, but other than that, that's it. So, all right, and one more piece over there. Oh, Donna, you're gonna make one, a Halloween one? I think you're gonna find it's fun. It's fun and addictive. Will that work on a mailbox? Yes. Yes, you can use these on a mailbox. You can use them on a garage light fixture or an outdoor porch light fixture, banister. You can make a wreath with it if you want. Just stick it on a grapevine, make a wreath. I've got this one little hole back here. I'm just looking for something to cover it with. I'm just gonna cut off a little piece of this. It's just where I took off that one bow loop. I'm just gonna put this right over the top of that stump there. All right. That's what we've got so far. We're almost done. Oh, thank you, thank you. Do I ship to North Carolina? Yes, I do. I do. And my Etsy shop is in my, the link is in the bio. And I put this, well, this particular one is already spoken for, but I can make a copy of it. but I put a listing in on Etsy for this particular design if you're interested. But yeah, I ship everywhere. Well, I say everywhere, everywhere in the US. I should clarify that. All right, I'm just finishing up this top now. And I still need a little bit more greenery around the bow. Just around in here. Just a little bit, not too much. Don't like that. I'm just looking through all my little evergreen scraps I've got here to see what I want to put. Trim a little bit here. So that's what we've got so far. All right, and we need to work over here, and I think we're going to be done. Just need to put just a little bit of green right in here. That will work perfect. Okay. You give it one more look over here. See one more spot, just for something little. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done, guys. And you can, yeah, you can trim the tails however you like them. If you want them longer or shorter. Okay, I'm gonna look through here and see if I got any questions I didn't see. Oh, you got in the mood now, Barbara? Good deal. That's what it took for me the other day. Like I said, I wasn't in the mood until I made that Christmas bow, and then I was ready. So let me grab my laptop here so I can see. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. Thank you guys so much. All right, and on TikTok, let me look here. Thank you, Melanie. Don't mess with perfection. Thank you. Oh, Amy liked the twigs taller. Yeah, and you can make it, you can make it however you want, and they're so simple. I mean, you just keep adjusting until you like it. But that's what I got. That's what I'm working on. Oh gosh, thanks for all the follows, you guys. Okay. All right, does anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. All right, and then Carol wanted to see my what's it called, skeleton, and like I said, he's not finished. I just started on him last night, and you guys know I used to train and show horses for a living, and this is Billy Bad to the Bone. And Harper the other night when she was here, she named him. He's Billy Bad to the Bone. But I saw that cowboy hat, and I thought I saw that at Hobby Lobby, and I thought I've got to have that. I've got to have that for a skeleton. So, but like I said, he's still got to have a lot of work. I just got the greenery on. I got him attached in the sign, and that's it. So. Hey, Kelly, thank you. Thank you, Maria and Ethel May. Thank you, guys. Yeah, and I can't wait to finish him. Jody's asking, did I ever work in a flower shop? No, but I want to. I've always wanted to. And I follow a lot of florists, and I've just learned over the years, just by watching and well, watching and reading and learning. You know, you always learn from everybody. And but no, I have not. I want to, and yeah, I don't know. I really would love to work with fresh florals a little bit more. Thank you, Pamela, for following. Thank you so much. All right, anybody else have any questions? Thank you, Sam. Oh, Linda says she wished she could get beautiful wreath making supplies in the UK. You know, Deco Exchange, they have a lot of supplies that, well, they're wreath makers. Damon and Parker's wreath maker. Well, Parker's not a wreath maker, but Damon is, and he ships internationally. I don't know if anybody else does. Of course, it'd take a while to get the supplies there, but you might check them out as Deco Exchange. And I have, if you go to, trying to think, I've got a link for it. I put it someplace. Oh, if you go to my blog at adorabledecodecor.com, I've got a blog post that says where to buy wreath supplies without having to have a tax ID. It's a blog post. And if you go there, Damon Deco Exchange, there's a link there for their shop. So, but check them out. Okay. All right, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here and all your kind words. I always appreciate you and look forward to spending time with you. So let me know if there's any questions you might have. And as I said, this one is already spoken for, but I can make another one. It may not be exactly like this, but I can make another one. And I did put a link in my Etsy shop for the design that we made today. So if you have any questions, just give me a shout and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.